So here we have MediSAO's Vulnerability Database. It takes in vulnerabilities from multiple databases and collates them in a single dashboard. You can see all the new ones here. They're by default ordered by the published date, the date they were published. And you can see for most of the new ones, they don't yet have scores attached to them. If we click on this one, for instance, it's not verified yet. There hasn't been a score attached to it from the researchers. So there's not much information. But if you wait, there will be more information once it gets through the process. If we go back to the vulnerability database, you can click down here on the next button and scroll through it. You can order by severity, by description, or by the date it was published, newest to oldest. We have a basic search up here, so if you want to find all of the vulnerabilities in any, with a keyword of Adobe somewhere in the description, then you can find them here and do the same thing. We have an advanced search option that allows you to do Boolean operations as part of the filter. So right now we have anything with the description of Adobe, and let's say description includes Microsoft. You can see here all the vulnerabilities that have both of those keywords in the description. This tilde means is included in. There's a little helper there, so if we want to find all the vulnerabilities from Adobe and Microsoft, and we want to make sure that the base score, let's find all of them where it's greater than 7. Now we can see only the scores, only the ones that are greater than a CVE base score of 7. And you can see as you type, it tries to help you out, and you can search by the score, the ID itself, any text in the description, when it was modified or when it was published. Any one of these filters that you have, you can save and give a name. So if you click on this button here, let's call this severe Adobe and Microsoft vulnerabilities. And now I can come back to it and always run this search again. If I want to add another filter, I can click over here, add a new filter, call it new filter, and I can switch between the different filters as I please, so I can look at the different vulnerabilities that have popped up. Any filters that you have here in your filter list will be included in your weekly vulnerability summary email that you get. So every week, we include all the new vulnerabilities that are in our advisories page and a custom feed just for you of all your filters so that you can keep up to date on the new vulnerabilities that have been added that you're interested in. You can also do a search by product. So if I want to find all the vulnerabilities specifically in a version of Windows 10, but I'm not exactly sure what the options are, I can type Windows 10 in here and I can see all the different products that have Windows 10 in their name. So let's say I'm interested in Microsoft Windows 10 1809 on 64-bit. I can click there and get a page that shows me all the vulnerabilities specifically for Windows 10 1809 on 64-bit. These are all the vulnerabilities on specifically that version, so maybe it's time to update. If there were vulnerabilities in this version and more recent versions, so maybe updating wouldn't help, they would show up here. As you can see, there are none, so again, maybe it's time to update. And some vulnerabilities are just in all versions of the product. They haven't been fixed yet at all, and those would show down here. So this gives you a very concise answer for, is it going to help if I update this product? Are these vulnerabilities in the more recent versions? Are they in all the versions? Is that going to fix it? In this case, the answer is yes, it's probably time to update.